Hello everybody, Renzo here. Welcome to my channel. Let's paint. Okay. I'm gonna paint today Olivia Newton-John. We all know she passed away a few days ago. Okay. Hello Brian. Hello Jonas. Hello Ludmila. Hello Manuel. Brian Ross is saying 29 Celsius in UK today. Okay, well, hello Kirat, hello Monique. Okay, you will know if you have some questions about anything, about materials, about painting, feel free to ask me. Okay, I'm gonna start just sketching. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of raw umber. I'm gonna mention the names of the colors, okay? Titanium white, cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, cadmium orange, which I need more cadmium orange, cadmium red, permanent alizarin crimson, raw umber, cobalt blue, and the last one is ivory black. Okay. Okay, and I use this color here, raw umber, and a little bit of linseed oil. Okay, let's see, top, the bottom, and I'm gonna start just with some straight lines to place the position of the whole head. Okay, let's see, that's gonna be the face, the hair, a little bit of the neck, the shoulders. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let me see the center line of the face, and then as usual I split the face in a couple of portions here, equal portions. At the same time that I'm using these proportions, I got the image to my left, same size. What do you think about the face? Maybe I should paint it a little bit bigger. You know, I wanted to paint the whole hair, and you know, I like her neck. I think it's pretty nice to paint her neck with the face. And usually I paint a bigger face, but I'm thinking right now maybe I should paint it bigger. Hello Susan, hello Lisa, hello Beverly, hello Sylvia, hello Brian. Okay, I'm having a doubt right now if I paint the face a little bit bigger, or just like that. If somebody has a suggestion, just let me know. You know what, a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make the image here on my screen a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm changing the image on my screen in this way, you know, that I use at the same time that you can use this all the proportions that you can find in this book on Loomis method. I use the side size method. I mean, I need the image to my left at the same size of my painting. Okay. Okay, it's just a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Let's see. I'm just moving basically the head up. I have more space here on the canvas. I can paint more background. I mean, you're not able to see this area, but I have more space on the canvas. Okay, I'm gonna pick up, let me see, the first thing that I do is I squint down my eyes, try to see light and shadows. It's pretty clear the light, the highlight on the hair, which is kind of a warm light. I see kind of yellowish color, orangey color here that for sure I'm going to exaggerate a little bit more. I'm going to make it a little bit warmer, yellowish. And the light on the face, if this is going to be yellowish, I'm not going to be able to make the light on the face kind of warm. You got to be kind of neutral. We can see the light shadows is kind of the light here on the face is kind of close to be a frontal light, and then she has a light behind, for the reflection here on the hair. Okay, let's mix a couple of colors. Start with orange. That's the simple thing that we can do. Okay, orange and raw umber. This is a suggestion for one of my patrons, Sylvia from Australia. She told me, you gotta paint her. She's my favorite singer. And I told her, of course, yeah. Everybody knows her. I remember her from this movie Grease. I think I saw the movie when I was maybe 10 years old, maybe a little bit more. Okay, just orange and raw umber and white. That's gonna be a color for the lights. Okay. I'm squinting down my eyes. I'm painting right now with my eyes squinted. Okay. And just like that, I'm moving my eyes to left to right. Okay, and let's mix another color for the shadows. Okay, again orange and raw umber. White. What I want is a darker version of this color. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of alizarin crimson. Okay, that was too much alizarin crimson. Well, I'm not comparing with the photograph. More is like the color that I see here, and in relationship with this one. Okay, first it has to be darker. Okay, next it has to be kind of the same, color, just darker. Close, at least closed. Okay. Let's see if this works. I think it's too reddish. Let me see. I gotta see here the screen. Kind of okay, kind of okay. Now that I'm comparing, I notice that my colors are off. Okay, but that's my first just layer. Oh, Manish says I can't see anything. Oh wow, looks like there's a problem. Hello, Helena. Oh, Manish, you say that you can see. Okay, looks like it's just Manish problem. Hello, Exploring History. Hello, Jim Ewing. Hello, Barbara. Okay. Okay, starting with few paint, not too much paint. you know, because something that I know for sure that, I don't know, but her face, I find her face kind of difficult to paint. Right now, it's just like she has kind of a perfect face, you know. It's easy to paint somebody that has sometimes bigger eyes or smaller nose or bigger nose. That's why just few paint to be able to make a lot of corrections. Okay. There's another color. I have one light, one a little bit darker. I need a darker one. Okay, the same. Okay, orange and raw umber. A touch of alizarin crimson. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. For this area, it's pretty good. You can see in the photographs there's some orange here. Now for this area too, you see that the photograph this looks black. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna paint it black like that. Just too much contrast. Pretty sure it's about just the photograph. And by the way, I couldn't find a better photograph. I was trying to look for some high resolution images. It was impossible to find one. Hello, somebody that's watching from Philippines here in Facebook. Hello, Sajard. Hello, Joanne. Hello, DM Panjik. I'm going live here on YouTube and going live in my Facebook account, my Facebook page, which has the same name, Renzo Art. Okay, let's see. Place, for example, this brush strokes for the eyes. You know, it's kind of easy because I got the image to my left, like I said. You know, if I do this, I can see that my eyes are aligned, you know, horizontally to the image that I have to my left, which is pretty good. But I see something. My hand looks kind of yellowish. I gotta check out the contrast here. Okay, looks better. I'm looking for alignments, you know, the corner of the mouth aligned with the iris, the corner of the mouth here on the right side aligned with the border of the nose and with the tear duct. It's not perfect alignment, but this, you know, that helps with the placement. Okay, I'm gonna paint the background. Okay, what about the background? That's gonna be... I like it, but I don't think that I'm gonna be able to paint all those little highlights. But I'm gonna go with the same color. Let's say a variation of that color. I wanna make it a little bit darker. Why? Because I want the highlight on the hair just glow. If you want some highlight glow, okay, you add the background. If you make the background darker, you create the effect of more light here. Okay, imagine that you paint the highlight and your canvas is white. You're not gonna see the highlight. I'm mixing some cobalt blue and a lizard crimson, white, a little bit of raw umber to knocking down this. A little bit more raw umber. Okay, I'm gonna use linseed oil. I don't use any medium for the face. I use some mediums for the background usually, just to paint faster. Okay, to spread the paint faster on the canvas. One thing that I love to paint on a toned canvas is this. You know, do you see this area? It's pretty transparent. Imagine that your canvas is white. My canvas was white. If I do this on a white canvas, this color is gonna look pretty light. Okay, definitely lighter than this because it's transparent. Okay, let's see. Let's step back. Okay. I need just raw umber and a touch of cobalt blue. Okay. Stepping back. I like it. The color here of my canvas looks pretty close to hair, you know, to hair color. Okay. Needs a new brush. I use a lot of brushes. You know, I don't wanna waste my time just cleaning the brushes here on a live stream. Mixing yellow, cadmium yellow and white. Little bit of yellow ochre. Okay, these colors looks pretty bright. No, I have a light here pretty close. That's what they want. They look pretty bright. Okay, I'm just thinking about this color, if it's working. Okay, I'm adjusting my camera. Just 1 second, okay? Okay, let's continue here. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a tiny brush, number 00, liner brush, and let's paint some details. Hello GM, hello Fanchom, thank you. Hello Dayan, thank you Dayan. Hello Helena, Helena's asking me could be done with burnt umber. I don't have raw umber. Yeah. Basically, if you see the color here, it's a variation of, it's a knockdown orange. This one, a gray down orange, and this is just a darker gray down orange. You know, you can make it a little bit lighter or darker. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be the same every time, but it's gonna be pretty close to paint the skin color. Now, obviously, maybe you're gonna end up with a different skin color than the photograph, maybe a little bit lighter, a little bit yellowish, a little bit reddish. But that is close enough, that's gonna be perfect. The more important here is keep the difference between values, okay? One is lighter, the other one is darker, and we gotta keep that difference. The problem when we blend or overblend is that we kill basically the darker color. And we end up with just one color. And that's gonna affect the painting, hurt the painting more than not matching the exactly same color. Hello Phillips, hello Nico. Exploring History is asking me what material I use as a primer. Acrylic. I use acrylic. Hello Hasini on Facebook. Hello Frank. Yes. Frank is saying that he's feeling sorry about Olivia Newton-John passing away. Yeah, we all are. Hello Hasini. Okay, remember that's gonna be always the more important in painting, and you're gonna hear that for everybody. Values, okay. I cannot say that. I cannot mention that enough. Values. The thing is, when we start painting, when we are beginners, we are more worried about matching the color. Okay, yeah. We wanna match. That's something that we're gonna keep it doing for. I wanna match the colors. The thing is that if I spend a lot of time trying to match the colors, okay, I got a lot of things to do here. Like the likeness is one thing, okay. Values is another thing. Is my colors a little bit off? That's gonna be something that it's not gonna affect my painting. If it's just like, how can I say this? It's just like when you paint a commission, you paint an amazing background, and amazing colors, and amazing contrast, and the likeness is not there. The client maybe is not gonna like it. It's not gonna be amazed by your color harmony. It's not gonna be amazed because you use the more expensive oil brand in the market. Yeah. And it's something like that. And it's kind of, sometimes we pay attention to different things. And one thing that I would suggest for everybody, the first step that's gonna be drawing. Yeah, we gotta get really good at drawing the proportions. Next, this values. Okay, the last thing that you gotta be worried about, in my opinion, that would be matching the color. Because even with a variation of the skin color, you can get away with a nice painting if the values are pretty good. Okay, I'm placing the eyes. I didn't answer a question. I think exploring history. I use acrylic. Or I did it. I don't remember. I use acrylic. Just gray. Black. I mixed black and white. If you see the paint I apply is pretty dark, but it has a lot of water. I applied. The result is this transparent color. Hashimi is saying, I like your simple combination for palette. Yeah. Paint what you see. Don't what you know. So values is like some real colors which don't. Okay, I got lost in that comment, sorry. Oh yeah, about that last comment, paint what you know. It's just something that happens soon. We by repetition, basically we're training ourselves to kind of memorize or create a muscle memory about certain areas on the face, things about proportion or about value, or where on the face there is always, we're gonna find some highlights or shadows. Okay, let's for example, when you paint the eye, usually here there is a darker value. Okay, usually it could be pretty subtle, but it's gonna be there. Now if you know that, that's an advantage, because you know what, because sometimes we don't see that clearly in the photograph. But I promise, if you darken up your photograph a lot using an app, or like I use for Photoshop, you're gonna see then there is a shadow in that area, but we are not able to see it with our naked eyes. And knowing that, that's an advantage. And that happens like for a lot of things on the face. The volume of the eyes, you know. Okay, 1 second. I'm squinting down my eyes and stepping back. Okay, I need this. I'm squinting down my eyes. I'm trying to copy, okay, this as a simple, just two simple lines like that. Make everything darker because I'm squinting down my eyes and I see all of this is darker and darker here. Okay, squinting down my eyes, comparing that, hey, it looks okay. Now let's see this area of the face. Okay, that's much better. And by the way, I gotta say that about this area, every time that we paint a trick or view, we tend to make this side, let's say that we split the face in two, we tend to make this half a little bit wider, and we tend to narrow this side. Okay. If that's happening to you, I mean, there is no magic solution for all of the things. It's just about observation, and usually those are common mistakes that happens to 99% of people at some point. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of red to this color. I'm gonna paint the mouth. Okay, at some point I'm gonna add more paint, but not a lot. Okay, I need some. I got more control when I add less paint, and I need more control today because of the likeness. Okay. Okay, let's see. I need to use a mirror. Kind of okay. Thank you, Kirat. Hailin is saying thank you so much. Value is the most important. I tend to overblend and then end with less color. Yeah, that's something that happens too. When we blend, we're basically mixing, you know, one color with the other color. When we overblend, definitely we got a new color. It's just like experiment on your palette. You mix this with this, you get the color in between. The problem when we try to blend is keep this one here, and create a transition here, a transition color here, but not get rid of this and this. But what happened when we overblend, we mix all of them, both. We mixed both and we end up with just one color. Okay, stepping back. Okay, squinting down my eyes. I still need to see more shadow in some areas. For example, here is darker. Here is darker. I'm mixing alizarin crimson with raw umber. Here is darker. I'm using the values to draw, okay? Because basically I'm trying to copy. It's just like when we use line. Basically, we just draw, details, the upper, lower lid, the eyebrow. We are really clear on how we place a line, a mark. Right now, I'm squinting down my eyes, and I'm using values to get closer with the likeness and the drawing. I'm checking out, for example, this shadow here. Shadow here, shadow here, 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 okay? Here, that's the spots that I see that are pretty dark when I squint down my eyes. Here, okay, okay. Okay, I think I got this. Yeah, that's good, that's good. What else? I keep squinting down my eyes. Okay, here it should be darker. Okay, I'm going to light up this color. And I use a little bit of white. Let's see. Light, light, light. Okay. Now again, I'm using value. Okay, just to copy. Okay. Now I'm gonna blend a little bit. Now when you blend, try to stay, remember, for example, you have two predefined values. Try to keep the blending in the middle, just there. You don't need to go, you don't need to blend, for example, I don't need to blend this, this area is just perfect. If I want something kind of soft, the blending is going to be here. Okay, but what we do usually, we do this. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. We do this, and we overblend, and then we continue, and then we continue, and we say, oh my god, that's pretty nice, that's soft, and then we kill the light. We don't have the light there. This is flat. That affect the lightness too. Okay. What if I make this chain like a ball, a huge ball like this? Do you think it's gonna affect the likeness? Yeah, of course. That means the value, it plays on this thing about getting the likeness. That would be too much, eh? Okay. Let's see with the highlights. I'm gonna add just more white. There's gonna be one highlight here. Pretty sure that that's gonna be this one with this one, my two lightest lights. Okay. Another thing that we do, we add the same highlight here, here, and here, for example. It's not the same. Remember, like, imagine that you're painting still life, and you have an apple, an orange, a peach, and one is here, the one is behind, another one is behind, and you add the same highlights to all of them. Okay, that's not gonna be good. I mean, if we're gonna get the effect of something is receding, okay, definitely the highlight on the last object, the one that's far away from us, that's going to be more mute than the one that's closer to us. Okay, now it's not always the same case, eh? But that's what we practice when we think about perspective. Okay, but it could be a case that the last object is getting a strong highlight, and the object that's closer to us is in in darkness. What about that? Okay, that's another problem. That's gonna be for another class. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go on the eyes. I need to work on the eyes. Right now I think I'm pretty close with where the shadows and the highlights. I just need to do something here, darken up here, that when I make that example about how we kill values when we overblend, I get rid of this shadow and I gotta put it back. Oh, I remember something. I gotta put the link to my paint along lessons. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, hello Mary, how you doing? How are you? Hope you get better. I think you're better. Hello Marius, hello Beverly. Mary saying, wow, Renzo must have used up his little brushes. Nope, a white one just showed up. Hello Sharon. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to use these two tiny brushes, 00. I'm gonna use this one with raw umber and alizarin crimson, and this one just with a lighter color. Okay. Let's see. Checking out angles, checking out the distance. Yeah. One eye here. I'm gonna paint a little bit of the sclera. The sclera here looks like a tiny triangle. Another triangle here. Okay. Adding some black to knock down this color for the teeth. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit here. Okay, stepping back. Okay. Oh, looks like my nose is too close to the mouth. Yeah, I gotta check out on that. Maybe I think I gotta move the mouth a little bit lower. Okay. Okay. Another mistake sometimes is we paint here, for example, this. This is kind of sharp. We paint this kind of sharp to here. I'm gonna do it. Okay. This. Okay. Now remember that here you need to blend. Always. It's a soft transition. Okay. Another thing. Here's the globella, this area. This triangle here. Always is a little bit darker. Okay, it's another thing that sometimes we don't see. It's not that clear. Okay, knowing that is gonna help us to see it. When you know that something is there, you look for it, but you don't even know that that exists. How are you gonna find it? And that happens when we paint. It's for everything. It's not just for a portrait. It's just let's say that it's more complex when we paint a portrait, but that happens when we paint a simple object on a still life, set up, and obviously on a face it's kind of different, rounded spherical object with cylindrical object, kind of a combination of a lot of the primary forms on the face. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Universe is saying, hello, Mas. Thank you for the live lesson. You're welcome. Where can I find materials list? Oh, there is a link on the description box here below. In every of my videos there is a list of. Okay, you're not gonna find the same brushes, but I found on Amazon some brushes that are that I used a long time ago, and they're just pretty similar, 99.9% similar to the ones I use. Okay, and the other thing is that usually I buy different brushes from time to time. I cannot update all of the brushes that I use. Yeah. But yeah, I think the list is gonna help. It's gonna help you a lot. And you're gonna realize that's for everybody that brushes that is in the Amazon link on the description box. Those brushes are pretty cheap. I think it was, I don't even remember, $20 I think for a set of 12 brushes, which is pretty, it's pretty good. Okay, I'm going on details again. Okay, let me compare it. Let me see color. Okay, I think I need to. Okay, well, the thing is about color. I'm gonna change it little by little. I know that the image is more orangey, more reddish, okay, than my painting. Yeah. I don't have too much paint here. I mentioned from the beginning because I know that I'm gonna deal with the likeness a lot. Yeah. Okay, and now that I kind of establish, the position of the eyes, nose, and mouth. And I gotta say that's kind of close, but I see mistakes, obviously. Yeah. I'm gonna start working, trying to get close to the color. Even that I said that is not that important anyway. I'm gonna try to get close to the color. We copy, we copy an image and the likeness. Okay, I'm going to draw again with this tiny brush. Okay, let's see. I gotta move this eye a little bit to the right, the iris. Okay. Another thing that I keep mentioning is that I don't stay too much in one area. Okay, remember, painting a portrait is not getting the eyes, just amazing eyes. No, it's about the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Okay. I'm working with raw umber and permanent alizarin crimson. Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta move this eye a little bit to the left. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. When you work side size, using the side size method, you find kind of easy to place, the mouth, the nose, and horizontally, in the eyes. Which becomes difficult is calculate the width. Okay, for that I suggest just measure. You can measure here, measure with the photograph. Okay, the other way that would be the alignment, and for example, between the eyes there is one eye. For example, the angle from the corner of the eye to the nose, there's usually an angle. There's a 45-degree angle. That helps, okay, with the width. Okay, let's see. The nostrils. Okay, I'm gonna see some questions. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Mary is mentioned in my colors and the brand. Thank you so much, Mary. Universe is saying, can someone explain how I can layer if I use liquid, fast, dry, medium? I want to practice oil portrait, but I never did it. Yeah, use a acrylic background. So, Universe is saying, which days Lorenzo starts the lives? Every Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time, USA. About using liquid. If you're gonna start just painting. Okay, I won't suggest to use liquid. Maybe you're gonna need. I mean, I don't know how much time do you have on the day to paint, but if let's say you start painting, because of the retouches that we do, we usually spend like 2 hours from 2 hours to, let's say, 4 hours painting, and sometimes even more. Okay, you use liquid at But I think maybe in 2 hours you're gonna feel that the oil paint is kind of sticky. It's kind of starting to dry, and that's gonna be kind of difficult to move. Okay, to move and blend, and because of there is a lot of retouches involved in painting when we paint, especially when we paint a portrait. A lot of retouches, a lot of back and forth. Okay, it's gonna be better if you just use linseed oil. Just linseed oil. Okay. Now, I gotta say at the same time, if you are used to if you feel really comfortable using liquid, that's okay. And just, you know, think about your timing. Think about, if you are used to manipulate the oil paint when it's kind of drying. Hey, that's good. Yeah. Mixing a little bit of reddish color, and you'll know that there is some areas on the face that are more reddish. Okay, the cheeks, the nose. It's up to you how much red you add on these areas. You know, some painters love to exaggerate those colors. Some painters just apply them pretty subtle. Some painters they didn't even apply. They don't even apply these reddish colors. That's these reddish colors on the skin. Just think that when somebody just got scared or somebody's crying, you will see clearly the nose becomes more reddish, the cheeks, the chin. You know, there is more blood on those areas. Okay. Let's see, I need to add some paint to the hair. This is just the canvas. Look at that. That's an advantage of using a tone canvas. Right now this could be white. That would be pretty annoying having white here, pure white. Here, all this area, even here there would be pure white in those smaller area. We're using black and white. Little bit of linseed oil. I'm going to zoom in to, you can see the canvas and the amount of paint I have. Eventually I'm gonna add more paint. I'm just gonna be sure about the eyes, the nose and the mouth. A little bit of orange here. I'm just using pure orange. I'm gonna mix orange and alizarin crimson. A little bit of cayenne yellow. Okay. Hello, Gary George. Mary is saying his palette is limited but very consistent. His brushes are nylon. Sizes include 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. uh, okay, see you later, Mary. Universe is saying, can I try to paint with live videos which are online? I would like to try to use master pencil technique. Or what techniques do you recommend for beginner? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can use. All my videos stay on my channel. You can go like on there. There are more like maybe 200 videos on my channel, live streams. Yeah. And what technique for a beginner? I mean, but I won't say like a technique, but I would say more like the process of painting. Okay, the process of the arrangement on the palette, the way you apply the values. For example, there is some really short videos on my channel, like 5 minutes. You know, that's speed up videos where you can see all those videos are usually from my Patreon lessons, and I mean everybody can see clearly that the process is different there, and the idea about, let's say, that training is to try to get used to, okay, an order on the palette from values, using 4 or 5 values, and try to get used to where we're gonna see the same values over and over in the face, the lights, highlights, and all of that, again and again, again and again. A lot of this is repetition, and usually we go over the same mixture of colors. Why? Because we're trying to create a recipe of, you know, the mixture, to try to create a muscle memory about mixing colors. In this way, what happens with practice is some people start to realize that they don't deal with mixing color that much the way they did before. You know, that's the result of practice, and they are able to pay more attention to the drawing aspect and more attention to value control, and at the same time, obviously, to blending. I mean, so many people love to, you know, a soft finish up, you know, style. But to get to that point, you need some, let's say, some order of how you're gonna mix the colors, how you're gonna separate values, and go over that again and again. You're gonna see that on any school of art. In any school of art, you're gonna see some. I mean, any video on YouTube, you're gonna find out about this amazing school of art at academies in Europe. You know, they draw sculptures, and there is always, you know, they always use kind of high contrast chiaroscuro images. Okay, why they use chiaroscuro images? because in the chiaroscuro images you have the full range of values from white to black, and that's what we want. Okay, and why is that? Because we want the everybody wants that. Control what? The darker values. Okay, that's the point. You know, when we start using shadowing a darker image, a high contrast image, we realize that there's a lot of dark involved to create volume. Yeah? And we don't aware of that. We are not aware of that when we draw and paint. And for example, when we draw, we usually tend to get to one point in rendering, you know, in shadowing a drawing, where we stop and we think that's okay. But to get to the point to represent the volume, at some point we're gonna realize that we need to darken up a lot, you know, the shading on the paper. Okay, one way to know if we're getting close to the values when you draw. Okay, when you draw, that would be when you start. Okay, right now, for example, if I do this on my painting, if I add, okay, a highlight here. When you're drawing, that highlight, that would be the white of the paper. Okay, that means you're gonna have to add a lot of charcoal or graphite to your drawing, a lot, to the point that just this little tiny dot is gonna be just the white of the paper. Okay, and that kind of give us an idea how important are values, and how kind of, you know, when I started to realize about that, for me it was like, oh my God, I'm pretty far away, you know. It's like I don't get to that point. It took me a little bit of time, you know, to push myself to go darker and darker. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is too dark, you know. It's the same in oil paint, drawing. In drawing, everybody is going to suggest as a first step for a beginner, always draw. Because there is when we start to realize about values. Okay. In control values even better, because we just have like one way going darker, darker, darker. And the white is going to be the white of the paper. When we draw in white paper, yeah? In painting, it's kind of, we go to the darker side, to the lighter side, yeah? Okay. Hola.
Hola.
His family is getting home. More questions? More questions, please. Let me see. Roman Popic say, when you use cadmium orange when only yellow and red coloring palette. Oh yeah, you can use cadmium orange, or you just can use yellow and red. That's gonna be just, yeah. It's okay. What medium is used here on the portrait? Universe is asking. Using a medium. You mean linseed oil? Using linseed oil as a medium, but just to paint the background and the hair. Exploring history is saying, can you show us some paintings from your mom and dad and your numerous uncles? Oh yeah, I would love to. Yeah, hello, Solanki. Yeah. That would be nice. Okay, I need to step back, compare, check out. Yeah, I think I'm doing okay. I gotta work here on the edge. Yeah. See, squinting down my eyes. I gotta light up this here. Okay. The ear. Yeah. Let's continue working on the eyes. She has a nice, vivid eyes. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty nice to get those eyes. I hope I can get it, you know. I'm gonna try really hard. I hope I can get the eyes, the portrait, everything. And as soon as I finish up the painting, if I finish up the painting today, but you know that I will try to finish up a painting on just one session. I'm gonna go to see the movie Grease. Yeah, but you know what? I should have seen the movie before painting. This way I could have more information about her face. Okay, let's see the contour of the face. I gotta narrow the face a little bit more. I think here, maybe here. Yeah, a little bit here. I see a reflected light on the edge of the face. Well, definitely, I mean, there is a reflected light. I mean, if we don't see it, since we see a light coming from behind, usually this light is showing through the hair, and it's gonna hit the face. I'm gonna try the teeth. Okay, let's see. Center of the nose. Here, here. Oh no. Okay, a little bit more to the left. There, there. Okay, maybe. Okay, let's see if there are more questions. University in Roman, how long did it take to paint like a realistic portrait? Roman, you mean Renzo, or are you speaking to somebody else? Oh, there is a Roman here. I recommend Renzo Patron. My investigations can be multiple back. Now I paint for commission. Oh wow, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good, Roman. Yeah. Universe linseed oil. Yes, I use linseed oil. Roman Pupic is saying, what is ground key to choose color for background? Yeah, in this case, I try to copy the same color. You know, since I don't spend like a lot of time mixing, I just try to get close. I know that it's different. Okay, I will try again and try to get closer. But you know, I gotta see if you know what I said at the beginning is I'm going to get closer, but a darker version. Why? Because I want to see this light here. If I darken up the background more, I want to see more of this highlight. Okay. Now, there you have the idea about contrast and how to use the background to create more contrast. If I make the background darker here, let's imagine that the background is black. I'm gonna see more of this here, and definitely this is gonna glow more. Yeah, definitely. Let's imagine that I go and paint my background white. Do you think it's gonna affect the painting? Definitely it's gonna affect the colors. Okay. And this, for this portrait, I want to keep just the same harmony, and as soon as I saw the highlight here, the reflected light, I thought, hey, I gotta go darker with that background to create even more contrast. Okay. But let's see, that was an idea. When you paint in one session, like I'm doing alla prima, you start to get change. You start to change at some point. You start with one idea. As soon as you see, you know, the photograph, you study the photograph a little bit, and you think, hey, you know, this is gonna be nice like this. This is gonna be perfect. It's just I copy the photograph the way it is, and this is gonna be nice if I exaggerate things a little bit. For me, for example, as soon as I see a highlight like this, every time that I see a reflected light like this, I think I gotta exaggerate that. You know, I gotta do it. I gotta use that to create more light on the portrait. We have enough problems. Think about this. I think about this. I have enough problems trying to represent something three-dimensional, real, on a flat surface. Okay, this flat surface is opaque. It doesn't have light. There's no light behind the canvas to represent light, to create light. It's not like when we watch a TV, there is light on the TV. If you turn off the light on your, living room, you're gonna see the TV on because it has light. If I turn off the light here, you're gonna see nothing. It's black. There is no light here. Okay, that's why as soon as I see an opportunity to create this effect of light, to exaggerate that even more, I know that I'm gonna use it. that takes sometimes making a few changes, you know, to add more contrast. It could be the change. It could be pretty subtle. It's not like, oh, I gotta change this a lot or this or that. No, it could be pretty subtle. It's up to anyone to do that, or just to keep it the photograph, to copy the photograph exactly. It's just what you like, you know. I love some paintings that I have seen a lot of paintings like that. Like you can kind of feel the light, and I always analyze those paintings and I think, oh wow, you know, that effect on paintings like that, landscapes or any painting where you feel the effect of light. I know that the painter is not copying exactly what this painter specifically see on nature. I know that this painter is changing something a little bit. It could be pretty subtle, but it's changing something. It could be about just a simple contrast between something light and something dark. It could be temperature contrast. That means is making some cool color even cooler and some warm color even warmer. Could be a tiny bit, yeah, but definitely that change something. Yeah. But here, if somebody wants to copy the photograph exactly, yeah, I think when we want to do that, we don't need to worry about anything of that. You know, it's just about paying a lot of attention to what we see and a lot of back and forth trying to copy. Yeah? And I have done that so many times, comparing a lot. I gotta compare a lot. I step back, I compare. I step back, I compare. I love to kind of have a combination between copying a photograph and change something a little bit. Usually it's about color, you know. Because in a portrait we cannot change things that much. Changing something on the face, it could means that we're gonna lose maybe the likeness, or maybe the proportions are gonna be off. I don't know. You know, it depends. Sometimes when we want just to use the photograph like a excuse to paint, and that is different. Yeah. In that, for that, maybe one thing that could exaggerate if I do that, that would be the size of the eyes. You know, bigger eyes looks beautiful. I could do that. Yeah. Okay, Joel Nick is asking me, do you paint for live models too? Do you use the same process? Yeah. Universe is saying, how long do you take to paint a realistic portrait? Oh, well, that depends on the practice. It depends on the practice. Yeah. When I have painted from life, I do the same. Okay. What happens that when we paint, if you look on YouTube or everywhere, for every painter you find out, it's gonna be always the same. Okay, it's about edges, it's about values, it's about color. Okay, and before that, obviously, it's about drawing, proportions. That's it. Just we go over the same. It's just like there is no more. The good thing is there's no more. And now everybody's gonna find people trying to get the same, just with different approaches. Like, for example, maybe starting with a dark canvas or a light canvas, painting just following a technique, a classical technique like a grisaille. That means that we paint just black and white. Okay. and after we finish up painting black and white, we start adding color, okay? With glazes. It's pretty nice painting, you know. It's always a challenge. Every time we paint, every time that you sit down and start painting, is a challenge. I mean, for me, I enjoy this challenge every time. But I gotta say that it's more difficult when you paint from a live person. Yeah, definitely, you know. The photograph that I have here doesn't move. It stays there for me to, you know, compare, and when we paint from a live person, usually the person move, even when they try to stay, you know, stay there without any movement, they move. They smile. I mean, there are a lot of things makes that difficult, more difficult. Another thing that everybody's gonna recommend is painting from life. If that's possible for somebody, just, you know, do it. Sometimes it's just not possible. For me, you know, I could. It's gonna take, maybe it could take to go to some. What happens after this? They used to. There was a group here. Some of my friends, they used to hire a model to draw. To draw, basically, not to paint, just to draw for a couple of hours. 3 hours. It was pretty nice because I didn't go. No even one session, because it was like no. Oh, it was pretty close from here. It was like, even walking, I could get there in 20 minutes. Why I didn't go? I don't know. Maybe I'm too lazy. That's for sure. I'm lazy. But yeah, I didn't go, but they used to publish in a group on Facebook, and looks like it was pretty nice, you know. Drawing, it was just for drawing. Painting, it takes more time, you know. For painting, at least you need 4 or 5 hours for a live model, and not everybody paints alla prima, okay? Why? Because people want to rest. People want, you know, they want to just be able to retouch, to rest the eyes, to see the painting with fresh eyes. Yeah. Okay, but that was pretty nice. If I find a new group, I will go. I will try. The other problem is that I know all of them, you know. It's not like a problem, but the thing is that after every session, definitely I would end up maybe drinking some beers with my friends, and what is gonna start like a drawing session for a couple of hours is gonna end up like a, you know, a party night for maybe 6 hours. And you know, maybe I don't enjoy parties like before. I just enjoy being at home. I enjoy painting here. just different things, you know, we enjoy with time. But if anyone has the opportunity to paint from life, yeah, give it a try. That would be pretty nice. That would be a like a challenge, even more difficult, That okay, and that's pretty good. Okay, we don't need to look for the easy things. Okay, the difficult things is just the things that we learn. I think more. Okay, Gusto Artwork. Thank you. Jana is saying, do you know why one sometimes lost the drawing that one have done of the portraits that you painted? Yeah, the paint is just what you say. You're saying that the painting is moving. You're not saying that. Hello, Pilar San Martin. Yeah, it's just, you know, that's another thing about oil paint. The paint move, you know. Every brush stroke you apply, kind of, you know, push the other brush stroke, move the paint. You apply a brush stroke here, it's gonna move the edge here maybe a little bit, and that's gonna change the drawing. Yeah, we gotta deal with all of that. That's why sometimes I say, hey, go ahead and trace. You know, don't feel like tracing is cheating. Don't feel like, hey, you know, you're gonna realize, everybody's gonna realize that tracing is a tool, but it's not a guarantee. Okay, everybody's gonna realize that when we apply paint, everything starts to moving, and at some point, you know, we're gonna get a little bit lost if we don't practice drawing. Right? That's why it's always recommended to have a balance. You know, draw by eye, and sometimes trace, sometimes draw by eye. No? The thing is, when we obviously draw by eye, we got a lot of things to deal with, and that could be kind of distracting. For example, that happened to me like a lot of times. For example, I was just working a portrait, and I lost the proportions, I lost a lot of things, and I was so many times so worried about that, you know, that I started to pay less attention to color. And I was like, hey, you know, I gotta fix this eye, I gotta move it up, I gotta move it. It was just, you know, pretty annoying. Now, sometimes I recommend, hey, trace the drawing when you wanna practice, let's say, color and values. Why? Because when you trace the drawing, you at least you're gonna have some rest from the drawing. And you're gonna have some time to pay attention to the mixtures of the color, to value control. Okay. And then paint another painting where you just draw and paint at the same time. You're gonna find that more difficult. But anyway, you know, it's painting. It's supposed to be fun, even when we don't get a nice painting, it's gonna be fun. Okay. Universe is saying, if I put oils on each other, I cannot put darks on lights, so they have to less color on my brush. So I need to add more color on brush. They mix in each other. I would recommend to start with few paint, and as soon we start we are sure that the shadow is shadow, the light is light, we can start adding more paint. Yeah, because that's one thing that's gonna happen. I mean, the oil paint got mixed here, And that happens when we blend. The more we blend, the more we mix the paint. Okay. Now you realize I have blended this painting like once maybe. I'm blending again, and my blending is pretty light. I go on the air, and that's not it's not my intention to smooth out the surface perfectly. Why? Because I know they're gonna apply more paint and I'm gonna continue blending. It's not like I paint and I blend a lot and then I continue painting. No, it's not like that. And the blending is just the tip of the brush, okay? The only thing I use of the brush is just the tip. As soon as you press like this, that's not blending, okay? Just that. Just the tip of the brush. I'm gonna zoom in to show you all. For example, look at the pressure on the brush. Pretty lightly, it's enough for blending. I clean the brush. Okay, that's enough. Now if you do this and nothing is happening, like hey, there's no blending, that means that you don't have enough paint. Because what we blend is paint. Okay? Look at that. Pretty lightly. Pretty lightly. Yep. University, I don't know how to work in layers because of fat over lean rule. I don't know when to put the next layer after layer 1, how long do I need to wait, what medium I need it. When this thing about fat over lean, it means that the first layer has less oil, and the next layer you add more oil, linseed oil, to the mixture. Okay, and this way the painting is not gonna crack over time. Okay, let me see. I need to compare a lot. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna work on the teeth. Yeah, I think I'm getting closer. Little by little, I'm getting closer to the face. I usually spend 3 hours. It's been an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, baby, I'm doing okay. Oh, I was sorry, I got lost here on the painting. Somebody asked me about fat over lean and what medium to use. I could suggest just linseed oil. Okay. And this thing about fat over lean is for to prevent the painting from cracking. Okay. But let's say that don't pay attention to that. Just paint. I could say it. Just paint. Use the same amount of linseed oil for every layer. Just let the layers dry, like a week. Okay. When the painting is dry to the touch, you touch it. It's not sticky. You continue with the next layer. Okay. Something that a lot of painters used to do before painting, they oiled out the canvas. Oiled out, that means that you add just linseed oil to refresh it, and then you continue painting. Okay, let's work on the teeth. Man, wow, that's gonna be difficult. Okay, I'm gonna just paint the whole teeth again, just one color. Okay. Now I'm gonna add some light gray with a lot of skin color. Okay, I need to zoom in the photograph here to see it, to see details. Okay, Helena says if you had to stop painting now and start another day with the painting dry, was it necessary to oil the canvas before you start? Oh, I just mentioned that. Yeah, it's gonna be better, you know, oiled out. Sometimes some areas of the paintings are gonna be opaque. When you oiled out, it's just the color looks fresh again. It looks wet again, and when the color is opaque, it looks like it's a little bit how can I say, lighter. When you oiled out, boom, it's just like it's fresh, and that's gonna be better for, you know, start mixing colors again. Exploring history saying, did your other family members paint like you, or they do some pencil sketching first? It's been a lot of time. Like I see, for example, my dad or my mom painting. I was going to my dad's house to clean his house because he moved to live with one of his brother and a sister, and I have found a lot of his drawings, and I gotta say that he was pretty good drawer. Pretty good. I think he kind of, you know, loved to just finish up a drawing just with like with one line, one continuous line without stopping. Looks like that. And I think it's pretty good. Now, I have seen my mom painting portraits her whole life. You know, it's just like that was her work. Yeah. And when you do that, when you do something for that amount of years, like, you know, 40, 50 years, it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, that amount of practice definitely pay off. You know, you're gonna get better, definitely. One of my uncles, he was surrealistic. He was into surrealism. He used to live in. It's not a small town, but it's here in Peru where I live. It's like everything is here in Lima. You know, Lima has like a 10 million population. 10 million. Okay, which is a lot. And the second city, it has like 2 millions. You know how drop the population from one city to the next city? From Lima. It's just like Lima is Peru. It's like everything just is here. Okay. And one of my uncles, he lived in a. By comparing that, in the second town, the second city here in Peru, and he was always thinking, you know, about fly to Europe. I don't know why he had that idea at the time. He passed away 10 years ago, I think. He was always thinking, I want to go to Europe, to be famous as a painter. And for me, it was wow, that's so difficult. And he was, no, I'm really good. He, obviously, he died, he didn't make it. Yeah. Well, he had a good life. He painted a lot. He started you know, he did what he loved to do, and that's pretty important. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's see. This nostril is too big. The other one too, I think. Another thing that I would suggest everybody, check out the palette. For me, a palette it gives a lot of information about mixture, about values. Okay, look at the colors that I'm using. Look how I group this. There is some variation here, more reddish, darker, lighter, pinky. That kind of gives you an idea how I'm moving here and how I respect, values. Okay. And I gotta say that it's not like you're gonna see my palette like this if you someday visit me on my house and you're gonna see one of my palettes. I have a palette. It's not here. It was here. It's a mess. You don't see an order. It's just a mess. It's completely. You don't see where this value or the other value. Nothing. And what happens there is just like I got my own order. The order is in my head. Sometimes you don't see the order on the palette. But I gotta say that even for me, painting like this with this order, it's pretty nice, It's just like when I'm painting here, anything, just my palette is just a mess. I'm mixing one color into one area. And obviously it's not a palette like this. My palette usually is the size of this canvas. And it could be even bigger. Oh, I was about to work the teeth, the teeth, and I forgot. Yeah. Obviously, that's because it's difficult. Okay, I need to step back. Okay. Hello, Ernest. Okay, you're welcome, Ernest. Hello, Cesar T. Okay, thank you, Monique. Universe is saying, can you zoom? Yes, I'm gonna zoom in, like you can see. Okay, I'm gonna work there a little bit. I'm gonna paint her blue eyes. I think she has blue eyes. She had blue eyes, yeah? think the iris in this eye is kind of big. Yeah, I think I have to. I gotta do something there. Yeah, I have a problem there. Need a new liner brush. Okay, let's see. I gotta reduce this. Where? Here a little bit, okay? I think here. Yep. Well, when I'm painting this, for example, and I see the sclera, the white of the eye, and I'm simplifying that. Okay, and thinking, what's the shape? A flat shape here. Okay, this, and I'm trying to copy that flat shape. Let me paint the pupil. Okay, something's not okay here, but anyway, let's move to the other eye. The pupil. I gotta mention my paint along lessons on Patreon. Check out the link on top of the comment box. It's about memberships. Okay, we start with $4 per month. We paint every Saturday for a couple of hours. We paint landscapes, still lifes. Lately, for the last month, we've been painting pets. Okay. And we draw every Thursday at 7 p.m. for 3 hours. Today is our drawing session. Okay, that's $15 per month. Okay, okay. This eye looks more bluish than this one. Huh? This highlight is too big. Okay. Hello, hi, Rust. Sorry. Sorry for not pronouncing your name. Okay. Hello, Raquel Feuerberg. Hello, Joan Ragosin. I love watching the evolution of your work and can't stop looking at the shape behind her jawbone near the ear. Oh, thank you, thank you. I want to check out that. What about the expression on the eyes? I think I got the expression. I mean, kind of close, kind of close. Yeah, baby, kind of close. Yeah. Let me think that I'm getting there. You know, I see the painting and kind of I see her expression, her vivid eyes, vivid eyes. I want to believe that. You know, the paintings here on YouTube usually are for sale. If somebody wants to buy this painting, it's $160, shipping included. If I get it right, if I still don't know. I still don't know how far I can get with the painting. Okay, let's go back to the teeth. That's gonna be the difficult thing. I'm mixing raw umber, alizarin crimson. Okay. Oof. Just one second. I need to breathe. I was holding my breath to paint the teeth. Okay, I'm gonna add highlight. The thing about the teeth, we're gonna create the illusion that it's rounded. That means that thinking about that first, how is the volume? We gotta think that the highlight here, for example, if there is a highlight here, I think I don't see it pretty clearly on the photograph. There's a link to the photograph on the description box, okay? If we add a highlight here, okay, don't add the same highlight on the last teeth, the last tooth. Okay, the highlight here, it has to be a little bit less lighter, than the highlight on the front. Why? Because remember, this is just turning, and maybe this is something that we're not gonna see, but okay, we gotta just think about a simple form that is turning and what happens with the light on the surface of that form. Okay, gusto artwork kasi Monique saying believe it. Okay, thank you. Hello Mohammed. We are doing the smile lines. Is it in this order? Light, dark, light, light, dark, light. Yeah, I think you're right. Hailin is saying, it is an answer for universe. Thank you, Joanne. Hello, Raquel. Okay, I need to step back and check out the teeth. I think it looks okay. I'm gonna make this image a little bit bigger, okay? There. Okay, I can see now more clearly. I'm checking out my screen. Can you see that? I can see now more clearly there's a difference. The teeth definitely, I have to, that's gonna be the difference on the nose. That's more what I see. It looks like it's more rounded up here. Yeah? Okay, it's rounded up here. What else? I think I got the eyes, but something, okay. Here, I need more light here. Okay, more light here. I'm checking out my window on my screen. Okay, I have okay, I'm checking out my screen. Oh, the upper lip is too thick. I need to reduce the upper lip, the upper part, or make the teeth higher. Okay, one of those two things. Okay, just 1 second. One thing I gotta do here, I'm gonna capture the screen, okay? They're gonna show me more. It's tilted different, but that's the problem. That's something that I cannot do anything about that, because it's not that my painting is tilted. It's just what you see, It's the camera. Maybe the camera is tilted, not the painting. Okay, I'm checking out the screen to check out. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, another thing that I see. Yeah, first I gotta tilt the photograph a little bit to match the painting. I'm gonna do that with Photoshop. I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Okay. Here is Photoshop. Yeah. I have captured the screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna select my painting. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna tilt it a little bit. Okay, there. I think that's better. Yeah, I think. Okay, now I'm gonna reverse, and this is gonna be like checking a mirror. Okay, now I see here clearly. Everybody seeing this, yeah? Or not? I'm sharing the screen or not? Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody's seeing. Now, no, you don't see me doing this, but I'm gonna paint watching this on my screen. I gotta fix the mandible. Eh? One thing. The eyes, I think, are good, but the white of the eyes, just I gotta darken up the white of the eyes. The nose, yeah, I gotta do something with the nose. I don't know. The smile, the upper lip is one thing. I gotta make. Yeah, it's about the teeth. Yeah, it's about the teeth and the mandible. Okay, I gotta go back to this. Okay, now I'm painting right now, watching the screen, the one that I showed you a few minutes ago. Now I gotta work here first because I think this shape is affecting, the face. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm painting right now, not watching the photograph, watching the reverse image. Okay, checking out just the reverse window. By the way, I gotta mention that this is a tool that I use on the classes, on the lessons. And what I used to do is to paint over the paintings to show what to correct. Okay? Yeah, this is better. Yeah, this is better, this is better, this is better. Okay. Okay. Oh, the mouth. I gotta fix the mouth. Yeah, I gotta move the teeth a little bit up. A little bit up here. A little bit up here. A little bit up. A little bit up. still working with the reverse image. Okay, now I'm mixing some pink. Okay. Okay, guys, step back and check out paint. Okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Just 1 second, okay? Well, another little bit of light here. You know what? What I see is a highlight in this tooth here, this one. But I think that yeah, I think that's okay. What do you think? What do you think? I gotta make the upper lip a little bit darker. A little bit reddish, sorry. Just sometimes when I'm painting, you know, it's like I'm thinking in something and I don't know, it looks like my brain and my mouth are not sync. I mean, there's no coordination. that's why sometimes I'm painting and mention, hey, I'm applying black and I'm applying white. And yeah, sorry about that, but that's normal, you know. That happens when you're concentrated. Okay, let's see again the lightest light. Which is gonna be the lightest light? Tip of the nose. Yeah? I see a little bit of something here. Okay, here a little bit, like that. Yeah, I think that makes her nose a little bit more rounded. I'm not so sure. Or shadow here. Okay, another thing I see is that there is more shadow here. Okay. There's more shadow here too. Okay. What else? Okay, I'm gonna turn off some lights here. Let's see if I can make it see darker. Oh no, nothing happened. The camera is just adjusting the light. It's adjusting automatically the light. Okay, I'm gonna paint the hair just to rest from the face a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna soften first this. Okay. Another thing that I want to do is add more shadow here. Okay, another thing, light up this area a little bit. Okay, let's paint the hair. Just white and yellow to create the light, okay? I I see that something is not okay here. I think that's affecting in some way the face, how she smiles. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's too rounded. It could be that maybe it's too rounded. Not so sure. Okay. Mixing cadmium yellow and white. Okay, a little bit of orange. A little bit of yellow ochre. Okay, a little bit of gray color here, grayish color, with a little bit of red. Okay, touch of red. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Hello, Michael. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Hello, Bara. Okay, Monique. See you later. Okay. Somebody has more questions? Just let me know. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Michael, for the super chat. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna add some light here on the neck. Oh, by the way, I want everybody to invite everybody to. I have created a new channel. You know, I started to practice with digital painting, and and I'm trying to. I just making the same live streams. Just 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. Just I don't teach that much there because it's just me trying to learn a new medium for saying some way. Okay, and let me. I forget the name of my channel. Okay, there's a new channel. It's pretty simple. Okay, I'm gonna put the link here for people that maybe wants to go and check out. Okay, for people that maybe love to experiment with digital painting. Okay, that's the channel. It's pretty nice. You can see there that I'm experimenting obviously more with color because wow, it's something pretty amazing to just to paint, with. And I use Photoshop to paint. And I was thinking something. There are some people, that pretty nice people that usually, you know, uh, kind of use this option super chat to send me some money, which is pretty nice. I really appreciate. And I was thinking that maybe I can make some. What's the? I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Raffle. That's okay. You won't understand. Raffle. You know when kind of you buy tickets, and because I have a lot of paintings, and some people just send me. Sometimes some people buy me coffee. I really appreciate that, and that people don't get anything in return. And that, I think it would be pretty nice, have the opportunity to to win a painting. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? It would be nice. It would be something like maybe I don't know, but how much for I could ask for a ticket. Well, it has to be pretty cheap, yeah. The last time I did that, I lost money. Yeah, I did a raffle, and then basically the raffle was just for paying the shipping, but that was pretty nice. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty nice. At the end, we everybody enjoyed, and we had a good time. That was in my Spanish channel. What do you think? I mean, I think pretty sure a lot of people here is kind of going over my channel again and again, maybe. Yeah, it's just an idea. Yeah. Okay, I need to check out again, step back, check out the reverse image again. See, I think it has too much shadow below the eye. Yeah, I think maybe it's too much. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think it's too much. I'm gonna light up here. A little bit of pink for the tear duct. Okay. I'm gonna use a foam brush for the hair. 2 hours and a half. I'm doing pretty good. I was planning to paint for 3 hours. What a clever idea, Ruffle. Yeah, yes, go for it. If I can make money for you, maybe ruffle your paintings. Oh, okay. Nikki saying, when will you start? I'm all in. We all love your paintings, especially when they arrive to our doorstep. Thank you, thank you, Nikki. You know, Nikki Swenson here, she bought me, like, I lost the count. You know, a lot of I'm really grateful for that. A lot of my patrons bought me a lot of paintings. You know, Joyce, Monique, Mary, Gary. Wow. I shouldn't mention names maybe, because definitely I'm gonna forget some names, and there are a lot of names there. Pretty grateful for that. Okay, I'm gonna paint the hair with this brush, just black and white. Yeah, black and white. Remember, kind of bluish. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow ochre and some linseed oil. Let's see. I use a corner of the brush to create that effect. Okay. Okay. I'm checking out. Okay. Let's continue adding some light here. More white. Okay, now a different brush. Usually a brush for blending is gonna work pretty good for hair, for painting hair. Why? Because I mean, the brushes that I use for blending is are like this. You see the hair. Yeah. This was a round brush, obviously. It's not pointy anymore, and that's gonna leave some really nice, brush strokes, like like a fan brush. But it's gonna be, I think, maybe what I want to say, that we're gonna have more control on a smaller brush like this. Okay, let's see. And one thing that I do when I paint the hair, I like to add linseed oil, sorry, to the paint. No, it flows, or it moves different, it moves really softer on the surface. It kind of helps with the effect, because I want this effect about painting hair, that it looks like hair, but obviously because of the time I'm not able to paint details. And what I want is basically with one brush stroke create the illusion that I'm painting some detail, like tiny hairs. Okay, then let's make a ruffle. When? I don't know when. It would be a good time to start. Okay, I think I gotta narrow the face here a little bit. Not so sure. No, 1 second I saw the face and I thought, hey, something is not okay here. Okay, that's better. Yeah, at some point this is gonna be difficult to say. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. That's gonna be difficult to see tiny details. Oh, I got a couple of coffees here. Thank you so much to Sharon. Hey, Sharon Bernard. Thank you so much for the coffee. That's a huge coffee. Thank you so much, Nikki, for another coffee. There's a link for this coffee thing. The link is in the description box. Okay, every video has the same link. If some people just love to, I'm gonna put the link here. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, here's the link for the coffee for people. No, now, it's not like this is free, but money is always welcome. Okay. Okay. I'm just going really slow because I'm just trying to find things to fix, and every time because of the time painting, the fatigue, all of that, it's kind of difficult for me to see. Okay, and I look in tiny. I see differences. Obviously, I see differences. The thing is, for me, the differences that could make the painting better. Because definitely there's gonna be differences always. When we paint in one session, obviously even more. Okay, I'm gonna soften the edge. Okay, clean the brush. little bit of blue here. It's nice. A little bit of blue. A little bit of blue. Blue, 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 blue. Light blue. A light blue here is making this color a little bit cooler. Okay. Yeah. Now about the lower lip, I need to make it more reddish. It's kind of dark. There. Okay, I gotta fix the teeth. More white, more white. Wow, this is difficult. Difficult. I'm lighting up the space between the tooth. You know, the color there. Okay. Okay, light up here. Okay. Light up, I gotta light up here. Soften these wrinkles a little bit. Yeah, I think that's better. Light up here. Okay. Making this line a little bit darker. For the darker colors, I'm using the mixture between raw umber and alizarin crimson. Okay, that's not good. A little bit up. Okay, I think blending some edges. I'm gonna blend some edges here, here. Okay, let's make a close up. Okay, stepping back, check out. Okay, let's see, what time is it? Okay, I still got like 15 minutes. Okay, I got another coffee. Yeah, I thought that was a coffee. Yeah, it was a coffee. Thank you, Diane Reidpath. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, just thinking. Okay. Kind of difficult. I'm gonna soften the edges here on the teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna soften the edges, The image, you see the photograph is kind of blurry because I couldn't find any high resolution photograph. And I think it's gonna be very, just keep it like that, kind of blurry. Okay, let's see some comments. Hello, Bib Van. Okay, let's see. Hello, Manuel Saldivar. Hey, Manuel. Today we have a drawing session. Did you get the notification? Check out the Facebook group. Okay. Thank you, Cesarte. Maybe the nose is too dark, Jean Edwin. Thank you. I'm gonna check on that. Jan, do you ever have painted almost? Do you ever have a painting almost done and then make a paint stroke that you wish you hadn't? Yeah, that happens. Yeah, not all the time, but sometimes that happens when, especially at that moment when I have a lot of doubts. It's like I try to find out what is wrong, and to be honest, I'm not able to find. I know something is wrong. Okay, first I know something is off. I'm not able to see that tiny thing that's off, or maybe something huge. Maybe it's the width of the face. At some moment, we're not gonna be able to make the retouch. Sometimes I have found out later that the width of the face, it was off. To fix that, that's gonna change even the separation of the eyes. That means that one thing kind of escalates more and more. And at some point, it's just like I feel really happy with what I got, and that's it. And I'm trying to find out more because if I start fixing one thing, I realize that I gotta fix another thing. And if I move the nose a little bit lower, then I gotta move the mouth, and then Okay, and sometimes it's much better just to get close enough, and that's it. But for everybody that obviously is gonna paint, are gonna paint in 2 sessions. That's the best. You're gonna get the better results when you just put more time, more work. Okay. But remember, always use a mirror. Okay, a mirror is pretty important. A mirror is a must. You're gonna find out that you're gonna see a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that you're not able to tell when you don't use a mirror. Okay, here I have to light up this, light up here. You're checking out everywhere, softening edges. Okay. I'm comparing here. You know, I'm zooming in my photograph next to the window that I have here, where I see the image really big, the video really big. That helps a lot. You know, it's like I see on my screen, I see my own painting twice the size. Okay. I see some wrinkles here, but I painted the wrinkle here, and then I erased it. That's a good idea to keep the wrinkle there. Okay. tiny dots that you see here, that's when I rest my hand on my pinky and I touch the canvas, my pinky. Okay, I like it. Okay. Hello, John. I hope to catch Saturday's class, but I have commitment and may not have the time. Okay. Yeah, hope to see you there, John. She was a good. Nikki saying she was a good person that will be missed. You have painted her inner beauty. Oh, that's good. Oh, you did. You get the notification, Manuel. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Manuel is saying I'm a golf swim coach and I've been missing class. Oh, I thought you weren't getting the notifications. Hello, Diane. The top of her nose looks green to me. It does on purpose. No, it's not. I'm gonna check out that. Thank you so much, Manuel, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Universe is saying, I think her lips to jaw there is a bit more space. Not sure, but I think the portrait is very beautiful, like what the artist see in portrait picture. Okay, gonna check out. It looks green. Okay, let me check out that. Okay. Oh, you mean this area here? Now that you mentioned, yeah, I see. It looks kind of greenish. Yeah. It doesn't look the greenish on my painting, but I'm gonna add a little bit. Okay, but I see that. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink. Okay. I'm gonna try to add the same value. Now, one thing, the nose, I tried to make the nose more reddish here, not up here, but I mean, it wasn't my intention to make it greenish. Is definitely there's a difference between this area and this area in color, but not that much of a difference to the point that it's greenish. Okay, that was just a mistake, and I didn't see it. Thank you so much. At some point, we all we need to take critiques. We need to, because at some point, every time that we are painting, after 2-3 hours, definitely, we gotta be aware that, okay, that's gonna be difficult to keep, keep our eyes sharp to see if something is wrong. And so often, for me, for example, when somebody points out a mistake, sometimes it's just as soon as somebody mentioned that, I see it. It's just like you got that emotion that, hey, what happened? How was possible that I didn't see that? That happens. You didn't see it. As soon as somebody point out, it looks pretty clear. That's a mistake. Okay, what about the background? Make it darker. I'm trying to get closer to the photograph. I think I'm gonna try to get closer to the photograph. Kind of I love this color. Kind of it brings more life. It goes with her personality, let's say. Anyway, I'm not gonna get to that color exactly. I want to make it a little bit darker, like I mentioned at the beginning, because of the contrast. Okay. Now for the highlights, we can go really, I mean, with a lot, we can apply a lot of paint here. That's gonna represent a highlight, a reflected light, a really bright light. When we are painting that, we need to go really thick with paint, a lot of paint. Okay, even the texture that creates this amount of paint, you know, there is some texture that the light, the ambient light here is gonna hit that. It's gonna add more light. Okay, I still think I need to. I see this kind of greenish. I need to a little bit of pink, a little bit of pink here to change that color a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep the color here, this one, in this lower portion. Okay. And I think I can add the same color here. Now at the same time I need some orange with yellow ochre. Now you can add just thicker paint to get this color, to make it glow, and leave it there, you know. If as soon as you blend, it's kind of mixing, you mix the colors. If you want some color to be kind of really intense, you gotta just lay down the brush stroke and don't touch it up too much. Okay. Now you know what? I think it's too much. I think I ended up exaggerating too much this. I'm gonna knock it down here, okay? Okay, there. I'm gonna knock it down this with some just raw amber here. Okay. Yeah, I need some of this orange pink color here. Okay, we're getting to the end. Yeah. University saying, I think her left eyebrow near nose there is like a dot, like not straight. I'm gonna check out. And left brow is more round, like it goes into the nose from up. That's what I see. Okay, I'm gonna check out. In University saying it's very uncomfortable to say what we see in picture because you are the master. We have nothing to say. You teach us. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Okay, don't worry. You know, yeah, that's okay for me to. and I, so many times I have fixed things on paintings because of the critiques. Yeah. But sometimes, it happens that I got the critique, and to be honest, I don't see that, and I'm not saying that this is because of the people is making a mistake. I'm saying that sometimes it's just difficult to see every little detail. Okay, maybe somebody is gonna say, "Hey, something is wrong there." I check out. If I don't see that, yes, usually I don't gonna fix it because I don't see it. And sometimes just somebody critique the painting and I see immediately that and say, wow, I gotta fix that. Okay. Uh, okay. So, it's time to go for me. 3 hours. That's my. I mean, I sometimes I have spent like 4 hours painting, but today we have a class, at 7, a drawing session. I think that's enough for today. I like it. I think I got the eyes. But let's see. I'm gonna check out this painting in a couple of days. Not a couple of days. That's too much. I think tomorrow. I'm gonna see what's wrong. Okay. Definitely, I'm gonna find out mistakes because that's normal. Okay. And I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is take a photograph or capture the screen. No, I mean I won't see this painting on the screen. I mean, I'm gonna take a photograph, and I use Photoshop to check out what is wrong. Okay. Oh, this shadow, I think it's too dark. Let me light up the shadow here before I go. Thank you so much for everybody. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the coffees. You all are pretty nice. Okay. And let's see if we make a ruffle. I need to. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. See you next week. And see you on my digital painting channel. I've been working daily there for the last 2 days. I just started. Okay. Let's see comments for the last time. Okay, thank you, Luis. Thank you, Put Tooth on Facebook. Bye, Joan. Raffle. I was speaking about Raffle. Okay. Nikki saying I can't drawer today because I'm arranging the living room. Oh, okay, okay, don't worry. Bye, Michael. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your nice comments. Okay, Diane is saying it's easier to see things that are off or need adjusting in someone else's painting. Hard to see it in our own or on in our own, especially after working on it a long time. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that happens. That's true. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, being here. See you next week. Okay, pretty happy with the painting, and I'm going to look for the movie Grease. I don't know where I'm gonna find it. I mean, I'm gonna look for Netflix and Amazon Prime. You know, I wanna see a little bit of the movie. Yeah, that was pretty nice painting Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, pretty nice. I feel happy, you know. I feel sorry for her. Okay. Okay. Bye, everybody. Take care, you all. Thank you so much. See you all next time, next week. My God, I don't want to go. As soon as I am about to turn off the camera, I see something. I see something that's different here on the chin, but you know what? I've been watching that something is different on the chin for a little bit. I didn't want it to touch it, you know, because maybe I'm gonna make it worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, now I gotta go for real. Okay, bye.